Prologue. The Garden of God and Love. Time is a myth, you know. The being whom you call God, and I call Creator, doesn't acknowledge a clock or calendar. The light and the dark have no use for time, as they balance each other in violence or peace. The sky and the sea breathe it rather than measure beats. The sun and moon aren't kept by this concept as they dance. The plants hold hands and grow towards infinity, ignoring life and death as constraints, forming instead a cycle to be pondered. No bird, fish, or land animal cares for time, nor do the seraphim or stars. It is solely a tool for the weakest of us, humans. There is, of course, a memory of the chaos, explosions, winds, and nebulae. The Weaver made all things ex nihilo from nothing. In the beginning, the Maker and the Nothing were the only, alone together in the vastness of infinity. The words were made from the lips of the oldest among us, and then all things were, as if they were sleeping in the vacuum of darkness and were suddenly awakened to self and into being. All creation remembers these events in various ways and tells stories to its offspring, ensuring that all things carry the continuum for eternity, braiding this concept of time together so that man can make sense of things beyond his limited memory. The measureless tide of what you call time is instead written in stars on the shells of turtles, encapsulated in every grain of sand and sung by the winds day and night throughout eternity. Every cloud carries its weight and releases it upon us when the heaviness can no longer be held. This memory, you should know, was taken from humanity at the moment the fruit passed his lips and gave him the knowledge. My husband, Adam, lost this treasured understanding of God and time, exchanging that for the burden of something he was never meant to hold. Thus, trust was replaced with fear. Happiness and endless ecstasy were pushed out by pain and the veil of illusion. He and I were irrevocably and permanently separated by a vast chasm which could not be filled by the love we once shared. I would forgive if you mistakenly expected my name to be Eve, your M. Col Chal. She is mother to you all, metaphorically, spiritually, and genetically. Her names linger on the lips of storytellers as far back and far away as the first tribes. Her hopes and sins were woven into the tapestry of your beginnings, echoing through your history. Her tale is carved in bone and flesh, carried forward from every mouth to every ear that remembers the garden. Human lore has given her almost as many monikers as I, and are as numerous as the stars. She is Chava, Hawa, Eva, Hiva, Zoe, or Ninti. In still other tongues, she is known as Oko, Ashi, Ayana, Mama Ochilio, Sky Woman, and even Pandora, and yet I am none of these. We are both women of paradise, both made by the Creator to be companion and partner to Adam. But I was not made from the first man, as Eve was taken from Adam's rib to be his compliant and loyal wife. No, I was made before her, from the same earth and breath, in the same heartbeat as my love. We were equals then, and remain as such in so many ways. A much debated gift, or curse, bestowed upon all life, great or small, is freedom. The instinct to move without restraint, the pull in one direction or another without force or coercion, to seek out necessity or comfort, duty or desire, dwells within us all. Even the angels have this choice of will, free will. They have used it, just as you have, just as I have, towards the betterment of the universe or our own downfall. Often this freedom leads to both. No action or thought is without consequence, of course. I would like to believe I understood the gravity of my choice when I followed my own path. I certainly knew I would feel great loss in exchange for independence, solitude and hardship outside the walls of paradise. Yet I did not foresee that the one I had cherished so deeply would, in his sorrow and misunderstanding, consider me a source of evil, and forever paint me as a demon. In seeking my own way, I grieve the pain my absence caused to one I love so much, and I continue to suffer its effects. Yet love, along with its imperfect siblings' jealousy, rage, greed, and disappointment, is the beating heart of my perennial existence. It led me out of the garden and into the wilderness, where I have experienced peace and hardships, life and loss, freedom and captivity. These events of my existence, both told and untold, would cause an endless push and pull between the two litters of Adam's children. Eve's in constant emotional turmoil and shame, mine, often helpless and weak. Both need each other for comfort, compassion, and often for survival in a shifting desert of endless turmoil. All of this, freedom, regret, sorrow, and survival, has brought me to this place. God, Creator, has been resting for what you would call a millennium after praising his work, cleaning up the mess we left in his laboratory, and allowing all beings to strive for a perfection they could never attain, always grasping the walls of paradise and unable to climb. Even I, who have never lost the ability to wander home, have only sat upon its walls from time to time with the knowledge that I would not be allowed admittance, punishment for my sins. Yet at this place in this time, I can feel the Creator breathing differently, stirring slowly from rest. The 7th day is nearing a precipice. Soon the long night will escape again, and the dawn of the 8th will rise above all. I feel the urgency of promises I attempted to keep burning in my old bones. No body I have ever worn has felt this heavy or aged so quickly. Before it fails, an accord must be made, hearts must be reconciled, our family must be mended. My name is Lilith. I am not a demon. I am not a succubus. I do not steal the souls of men or abduct babies from their cribs. I am a companion, a witness, a lesson in consent. I am the first woman made, yet I rebuked my station to live free, by my own terms. This, like any other choice, had consequences both anticipated and unforeseen. I owe a debt to my Creator, to my beloved, and to every thread of the woven tapestry of memory. And I have much work to do before the sun rises.